Hey everyone, thanks so much for coming back to my channel.
I'm reusing an intro to save time so I can post.
For those of you that are new, my name is Sarah and I love to film beauty content. This is going to be a Project Pan update. I do Project Pan, I do beauty box unboxings, I do get ready with me's and makeup tutorials. So if you are not new, thanks so much for coming back and for watching another one of my videos. Today's update is for August usage. There were some rollouts and some really good progress too. So if you are interested to see how my project is going along, make sure you like this video so that way you tell the YouTube algorithm that you like Project Pan content, and then click the subscribe button so that way you can keep up and watch for the next update on this project. Anyway, if you are interested to see how the project is going, then stick around and keep on watching.
Okay, let's start off by talking about my foundation. I rolled in my Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation and concealer, and I marked a goal line for usage. I still have to mix this foundation with my blue mixing pigment just to tone down the oranginess of the shade. I used this foundation 25 times in the month of September, and this is what this foundation is looking like now. So I'm already pretty close to that goal line that I originally marked. I guess I had more usage on this foundation when I rolled it in than I originally thought I did. So hooray for that. And I want to keep this one in and finish it off because I'm already so close to the end of this bottle of foundation, and I would love to clear out another one from my collection because I do have several that I bought back in 2022. So the new goal on this one is now to finish. The next item in my project is my L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer in the shade Biscuit. So I rolled this in last month and I wanted to use it 75 times. And I picked it because I thought it would be a good color match while I have a nice tan from the summer, and it's one of my older concealers. So I ended up using this 13 times in the month of September, and while I was using it, I kept thinking, gosh, this looks really dry under my eyes. This is not looking good. Let's go ahead and get this one done and get it out of my collection. Then I started to get eczema underneath my eyes, probably from using this concealer. So here's the progress. Here's what it looked like in October after those 13 uses, but I have since thrown this concealer out. Yeah, it's not worth it to try to finish this off if it's gonna be ruining my skin. So I have gone to the doctor, I have gotten it sorted, but oh my gosh, this was awful. So I have thrown this one away. It is in the trash can, and I'm going to be replacing my concealer for my project. So my new concealer is my Tarte Ultra Creamy Concealer in the shade Light Medium Sand. I am putting this in to finish. I hope I can finish it before the end of the year, but I'm not going to start using it until my skin underneath my eyes has all cleared up. So this has like a finish goal with an asterisk. If it doesn't finish before the end of the year, that's okay. It's getting thrown out too. Next is my Shades by Shan bronzer in the shade Walnut. So this rolled in last month with a pan goal. This one is my deepest bronzer, but it is so like orangey yellow. It's so very warm. I ended up using this 25 times in the month of September, and here's what this bronzer is looking like now. I definitely have progress on it, but not pan yet. Hopefully you can see some disturbance in there, like some areas where clearly I've been using the bronzer, because this has been my everyday bronzer for the entire month. Next is my blush from Fenty Beauty in the shade Lollipoppy. This rolled in also last month with a goal of 40 uses. So it's a beautiful coral blush, perfect for this time of year. And I am mostly trying to wear away the embossing that's up on the top of the blush. I ended up using this 26 times in the month of September, and here's what this blush is looking like now. So hopefully you can see the disturbance that is showing up on top of this blush, and I'm starting to make some progress at wearing away the embossing that is there. It's a really pigmented blush, so I only use a little bit each time, but I feel like I'm making some good progress. Next is my highlighter from this BH Cosmetics Desert Oasis palette. I was working on the fourth shade of the highlighters called Utopia in that bottom left corner, and it rolled in last month with a pan goal. I ended up using this 20 times in the month of September, and after the 20th use, I ended up hitting pan, which was super surprising. Like, I knew that there was some usage on this one, but I didn't think it was that much, so I was really surprised to already have hit the pan. So maybe it's just kind of shallow. Also, please note that the second shade, that yellow one, is like completely shattered from traveling around in my makeup bag. So this one is a goal met. Next up is my eyeshadow single, and it is by Illamasqua in the shade Hoard. So I got this from an Ipsy bag a long time ago and had never used it. This rolled in August with a goal to hit pan. So here's what it was looking like in the last update back in September, and I ended up using it 19 times for a total of 27 uses. And here's what this eyeshadow is looking like now at the beginning of October. So I am definitely getting a good dip in this shade. I've been using it pretty much every single day. It's nice and neutral, super shimmery, and it's just gorgeous. I'm so glad that I've been using it in this project, and I can't wait until I get to hit pan. Next up is my Urban Decay Born to Run palette in the shade Guilt Trip. So this was my random shadow that was selected that rolled in June, and the goal was 15 uses. This is what it was looking like back in September. I had already hit pan, but was only about halfway to the usage goal of 15. So then I decided to keep it in the project, and then I used it 5 more times for a total use of 16. And here's what this pan is looking like now in the beginning of October. So definitely some pan expansion. It's a nice, big, shiny, bright pan, and I've really enjoyed using this one. I'm hoping to put this back into another project and get some more pans on this palette, but this one is a goal met. Next is my Makeup Revolution Reloaded Euphoria palette, and I was working on that bottom left corner purple eyeshadow shade. The goal in this one was 15 uses, and in the last update I was up to 10 total uses. So then in the month of September I used it 5 more times and met the total usage goal of 15. And then I also hit pan. So here's what this eyeshadow is looking like now. This one also has a nice bright shiny pan. It is teeny tiny, but that's okay. It's still pan. So this eyeshadow I had to like dig quite a lot and really pack the shadow onto the brush for it to pay off the way that I wanted to. But this one is another goal met. Next is my Thrive Cosmetics lip liner. So this has stuck around in the project since May when it rolled in, and I met the usage goal back in July, but I kept it in the project because I really want to finish this one off before the end of the year. So here's what it was looking like last month. It was at that purple line that's marked for the end of August, and here's what it's looking like now at the end of September, beginning of October. So I am down to this tiny, tiny little bit that's left. I'm sure I can finish this before the end of the year. Like, there's no way that this one's not going to be finished. So I'm going to keep going and see how long it takes me to finish the whole thing. Last but not least is my lipstick, the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink in the shade Founder. So the goal on this one is 30 uses, and you can't see inside the packaging, so I can only update you on the usage. For the month of September, now at the beginning of October, I have used this 3 total times. It's a beautiful shade, but it's pretty deep, so I don't use it every day. Now time for roll-ins. So I'm going to start with my chosen palette and get a random shade. I'm going to go to my Midnight City palette from BH Cosmetics. So let's randomize a number and see what shade I'm going to work on. Okay, so shade number 4 is that top right corner, that bright blue shade. Okay, so I'm going to put a 5 use goal on this shade. It's a really bright blue. It's pretty. It's kind of like a little shimmery, a little bit satin-y. So keep the usage goal low. So hopefully I can meet that before the end of the year. So 5 uses on this one. And now it's time to randomize a new palette to bring into the project. So let's see what I end up with. Okay, so my Sugar Drizzle Man I Love Frogs palette. This one is gorgeous. I love this palette so much. I love to use this one for these. It's an all shimmer, multi-chrome, and duochrome palette, and I love to use this as like a special eyeshadow to put on top of my lid. So I'm gonna pick out the shade Fly Swatter in this one. It is the first shade in the middle row on the left, and it's got a little bit of a dip already in it. So I've used it some, not a ton. So the goal I'm going to set for this one is also 5 uses because I want to try and meet this goal before the end of the year. And now it's time to randomize another highlighter. So I'm getting down to the last few that are left on the wheel. Oh my gosh. So still the BH Cosmetics Desert Oasis palette, but now I'm working on the 5th shade, Hideaway, so right next to Utopia. This one has a teeny tiny bit of use. I've probably used it as like an eyeshadow, but I think I want to try and hit pan on this one since the first one was so easy. So a hit pan goal.
That's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like button and be sure to subscribe to my channel so that way you can follow along for the next update. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.